Alright, I hate being sick, and I'm still a little bit sick, but mostly feeling better. I played one of the missions on my own time, and had no problems with a worthy opponent. They really weren't.
As the Golden Horde plunged towards a dishonorable end, the Rus principalities of Moscow and Tver emerged as the primary beneficiaries of its demise. While the Tatars quarreled with one another, these duchies had quietly grown into powerful states. The Grand Duchy of Moscow was ruled by a prince named Dmitri, who had succeeded in taking on the Khan of the Golden Horde through sly politics. Algirdas's recent territorial gains made him and Dmitri close neighbors, and the two men circled each other like wild beasts of prey, each waiting for the other to flinch. It was Algirdas who moved first. When Prince Mikhail of Tver sought Lithuanian aid against his Muscovite rivals, Algirdas found his long-awaited pretext. Together with the ever-loyal Kestutis, who was already showing signs of growing stale and impotent, he levied an army and marched on Dmitri's domains.
Hurry to Mikhail of Trevor's aid before the Muscovites kill him! Algirdaz and Ketuas can support a population limit of 200. You are not alone in this fight against the Grand Duchy of Moscow. Mikhail of Trevor is a valuable ally, and it may be possible to forge alliances with other Rus city-states as well. Scouts report that starved wolf packs and bears wander throughout the war-torn landscape in search of prey. When attacking Vladimir, focus on capturing the city's palace, the monument, to sway the residents to your side. Do not bother destroying the other buildings. Scouts report that Algirdaz and Ketuas, who I'm actually glad are still working together. I actually do hope that they can actually, work together to the end, instead of one trying to betray the other, but we'll see what happens. And Green have led an army into Russia to support their ally, Mikhail of Tver, in a struggle against the writhing Grand Duchy of Moscow. Mikhail and Orange rules over a well-defended city of Tver to the west. He has moved outside the city to face the Muscovites in an open battle, but it is woefully outmatched. In the southwest, Prince Dmitri rules Moscow in red, a city difficult to capture due to its enormous size. Infantry, boyar, knights, and crossbowmen defend the city. But when Dmitri takes the offensive, he will also construct trebuchets and rams. Inside of Moscow is the Kremlin Fortress in gray, a bulwark that is considered impenetrable, and is initially too strong to assault. The city of Vladimir in Cyan is located to the east. Both Mikhail and Dmitri lay claim to the city, but its residents will fight for whoever occupies it. In the south lies the city of Ryazan in purple, which is repeatedly threatened by warriors of the Golden Horde. The Golden Horde remains formidable despite its recent defeat and has several camps to the southeast. Should its Khan decide to go on the offensive, he will do so with mounted archers, light cav, and camel riders and siege weapons. Yeah, we'll deal with that when time comes.
We must hurry! Mikhail and his men are about to lose their battle against the Muscovites.
Where are my Lithuanian allies? They cannot hold out much longer.
Charge! So I'm gonna say, having played this one on my own time, this was a very easy mission.
At last. A few moments later, I would probably be lying dead in the dust.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bloodbath, and I might have lost a lot more units than I would have preferred. Anyways, send these guys over this way.
Be grateful that the Lithuanians bailed you out this time.
And you did better this time than the previous attempt.
On the battlefield. Mark my words. Come then, back to Moscow.
It will not be long before Dmitri recovers from this defeat and raises new soldiers. We must set up a camp and prepare for a protracted war.
Alright, we start off with a lot of resources to start off with, so I'm gonna use these resources to build myself a bunch of town centers. I also want to explore around a little bit. We're gonna get attacked by the Muscovites. That's just something that's gonna happen. So I played this one before, so I have an idea of the map. I also know, yeah, there's a couple of relics that I would like to get. There's one up that way. I'm also gonna I'll send the units back down this way. Oh, you get to walk. You two drop your stuff off. Friendly reminder, the civilization, relics are very useful for our guys. And I know of at least 3. There's one up there that I found. There is one down that way. There's technically one all the way over that way, but it's over by the Golden Horde, so you're not getting to that one easily. I believe there's another one over this way a little bit. I don't know the exact location. Oh, you guys get to walk. Perfect. You guys walk on that. Give me a monk. Here we go, there's the 3rd one. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep an eye on, well... I say I want to try to keep an eye on everything. Which means I'm gonna keep an eye on nothing. One thing at a time, I want to go over this way.
And Dmitri have been fighting over the city of Vladimir for years. We should occupy it and force its inhabitants to take up arms in our favor.
So we don't have to destroy everybody. I'm assuming we just need to defeat enough to outnumber them, and they should just essentially give up and give us the wonder.
Vladimir
there we
will
go.
Now fight on our side, so long as we manage to hold the city's palace against our opponents.
Have they hear it. Okay, perfect. Get that, bring that back. I get another monk to come out that way real quick. So right now we have so much time to try to get everything set up and ready to go. Honestly, I feel like we have enough time. These 3 town centers will give me not only a population boom, but also a... Well, give me a couple of things. The population boom is obviously, to me, the big one. Alright, perfect. You are going to go over there, grab that, and then come back. You are going to drop that off, and then come over here, grab that, and then come back there. So that'll put my knights at +3, because friendly reminder, we don't get a, we don't get blast furnace, that's the word I'm looking for. So we can't get... Okay, so by getting 2 relics, I'll essentially have free blast furnace. By getting more... Like, by getting a 3rd one, I'll technically be even more powerful. Just one thing at a time, one thing at a time. We did get pop-capped. So, what happened at least on my, let's say, my test playthrough, for the most part, my base didn't really get attacked by anybody. I'm sure there was probably things that I probably missed or things that didn't happen, but for the most part, things went very well, I feel. So we're dealing with boyars and all that nonsense, so there is a lot that can and will go on. There we go, that got dropped off. You can work on that one next. Alright, I got 15 people. I could use more, but let's try to get some more resources. I do want to keep my allies alive if we could. And I mostly want to go for... I want to get myself Archery Rangers, and I want to get myself Chemistry, which I should actually get first. So that, and that. Because I want to go hand cannons. The boyars have decent defenses, and I'm not going to say, the knights probably do have a good amount of utility. But I think I want to go for the one thing because I feel like that's probably my best option. Yep, you're grabbing that. Perfect. You can go and bring that back. We'll do it without the AI capturing it instead. Our allies over here, they do have a market, so we can get trade. That? Oh, that's wolves. Yeah, so just be careful, they're all gonna be wolves out and about. And units over here are going to get attacked. That's why I got myself the priest over this way to help deal with these guys. They're not gonna be perfect. The boyars are very, like, defensive. So our elitists might be good because they should, like, pierce armor, but, like, they're not gonna be perfect, like, in any sense of the word. Alright, you guys, fantastic. Can you build me this? And then build me that. Alright, can I get some guys over that way? There we go. So from my memory, I think I was trying to say before, I didn't really get attacked. I'm sure I did, like, maybe once or twice, but not really. Or at the very least, not often. Okay, yeah, you're 250 food, that's fine for right now. These guys are still doing okay. We're gonna get attacked by the Muscovites sooner rather than later, but we're still doing fine. Alright, you guys, drop your stuff off, then come over here real quick. Give me a market so we can get some trade going. Yeah, we can't, place buildings all over the place, and I do not know why. Okay, I heard a wolf attack. I don't know what happened, alright. Oh, it's down here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of gold on this map. That's good. So going for trade is not a necessity, but it never hurts either. Also, I'm gonna say getting cavaliers and knights, or even getting more of the elitists, may not be a bad idea. Just because they're all going to be battering rams, and battering rams, while useful, while hand cannons are useful, they also have their limitations. Right, you actually drop your stuff off and go over there. You drop your stuff off, go over there. Right, you guys, fantastic. Don't really have a job for you, so I guess you're just gonna come back over here. I think there's some stone over this way. I'm not really worried about stone. I can get myself a castle, which would be nice, but not my highest priority. I want a castle just to get the one thing so we can get units out faster, but that's about it. Also gonna need more houses. Gonna need a fair amount of stuff. Probably even more farms now that I'm looking at it.
While you Lithuanians were fighting over the throne, I was already wrestling with the bloodthirsty descendants of the great Khan. I advise you to withdraw while you still can.
Yeah, he's gonna talk a lot. Well, at least try to talk a big game. He's not really. That being said, I want to say he's mostly gonna go after our allies. So just keep an eye on them. Yes? Maybe? I don't know. I do know having 3 relics is definitely an amazing plus to have.
We will join whoever can protect us from the raids
There we
of the
go.
Golden Horde. Help us mend the holes in our wall, and we will support you.
Cae se quise.